Aside from infuriating fans the world over with its bad writing, overuse of CGI, midichlorians, and much more, the Star Wars prequels created an abundance of plot holes throughout the saga as a whole. One such head scratcher was brought about in 1999. You see, before the release of the Phantom Menace, it made sense for Obi-Wan Kenobi to wear a full-length robe. At the time, we simply thought it was an appropriate wardrobe choice to combat the harsh desert climate of Tatooine. What we were absolutely oblivious to was the fact that every single Jedi donned these light brown garments. So why would a master on the run from the Galactic Empire continue to wear his distinguishable robe and tunic? Well, let's find out. Straight off the bat, Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't the greatest at concealing himself and his identity. I mean, he literally only changed his first name to Ben as a means of throwing off Imperial spies. Yup, top marks for trying. But that's not to say he maintained most of his former Jedi-related possessions. In fact, good old Ben only kept a mere few items and trinkets from his days as a member of the Order. So does that mean he was simply a sucker for nostalgia? Did he have a Game Boy Advance? Or was his robe and tunic just far too important to let go? Well, as it turns out, the answer is neither. One of the biggest misconceptions about the Jedi Order has to be its dress code, or should I say lack of. Instead of enforcing some kind of armour set or elite uniform, Jedi purposefully equipped virtually indistinguishable robes from those worn by many species and workers throughout the galaxy. For example, the moisture farmers on Tatooine were all prone to wearing very similar gear, so for anyone wondering when Uncle Owen was going to begin his Jedi training, well, I'm sorry to disappoint. Anyway, the reason why the Jedi did this was to signify their pledge to the service and protection of even the most humble galactic citizen. In other words, they wanted to display that they were neither above nor below the people they chose to defend. And with that, we now know why Obi-Wan continued to don his iconic Jedi robes whilst in exile. So, if you learned something new from today's video, be sure to leave a like. To help out the channel that little bit extra, please do consider pledging to our Patreon page, and for all things inside Star Wars, press that subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks for watching.